Hi, friends. Today we're talking about difficult conversations with your teenager. One of the things that can come up in counseling for anyone who's learning to tell their story and is getting more familiar with their true feelings and their heart is the need to have difficult conversations with the people in their life. Now, something I want you to remember, if this happens to be your kid coming out of counseling with something to say, number one, our goal is never to help clients or to lead them into a place of blaming others for the things they're struggling with, the way they feel, or anything that's gone wrong. But it is important to tell our stories authentically and transparently. And when, in any relationship, somebody comes to you with something that has hurt them or that's going on that they don't like in the relationship, you got to realize they are valuing you and their connection with you. They are taking the risk of saying something unflattering or uncomfortable in an effort to restore and repair the relationship. And so don't lose sight of the fact that they're actually showing you how much you mean to them by taking that step. Now, that's different from, I know that sometimes people can do that constantly in an effort to control or manipulate, and that's a completely separate issue. Just recognize that the step that somebody's taking and how it shows you how much they value the relationship. And with teenagers, this is a very difficult thing that even a lot of adults struggle to do well. They are still learning to communicate, and this is a big one. And so recognize that even if they don't do it well, even if there are things about it that they could do better or you would like them to learn and maybe improve on, the important thing is that they are taking that step and taking a risk. And recognize we all struggle with that. And so it's a really big deal when they are brave enough to go there. And your response is going to tell them so much about your relationship and about relationships going forward. I have my own personal experience with this. Years ago, I was really involved with mentoring, and there were two guys I was hanging out with, teen guys, and we had a lot of good times, and it was one of the best things, best experiences of my life. But at one point, me and one of them kind of connected over an activity that I had always enjoyed and that he really got into. And then I started to kind of over-focus on that and lose sight of what the other one was into and wanted to do, and just assume that because this is easy and because it's fun for me, and at least one of them was really responding to it. But I did lose sight of that other one. And at some point we were off, going off to do it again. And he just blurted out, we're doing this again. We do this every time now. I'm so sick of it. And I'm bored. I want to do something I like. And it hit me kind of hard because, this was something that was really important to me. And if I was honest, it was important to my ego. I really liked the fact that I was mentoring and investing in younger people. And it hit that part of me to realize that I actually haven't been doing that well recently. And it's impacted him, and he's hurting now because of my negligence. And so I had to wrestle with a little bit of shame, with that. But thankfully, I was at a place in my life where I was self-aware enough to see that, but also to recognize that there were some really important things that I wanted to do that were opportunities in this moment. Number one was to honor that he's being brave right now. This is a relationship that's important to him, and I know that. And he's young, and he's vulnerable, and he's standing up for himself. And I need to honor that. I want him to know that I see how brave that is, and that he's communicating how much he values our relationship. I'm also telling him how much I care about his feelings and about his well-being, and whether or not that is more than I care about how I feel about myself as a cool mentor guy who's really valuable. This is my chance to show him how you feel and how this relationship serves you matters more than how I feel about myself. And probably most importantly, I realized I'm modeling for him how to respond in moments like this. This is how you're going to know that somebody cares about you. This is how they'll respond when you tell them that they've hurt you. And when you inevitably hurt somebody else that you care about, here's how I hope you can respond. Now, I didn't sit him down and say, okay, here's what I'm doing. But I kept those things in the forefront of my mind as we worked through that. And I said, wow, you are right. Thank you for telling me. I have really screwed this up. Let's do something you want to do. And keeping that, like I said, as my focus, and hoping that that's how it would impact the relationship, was probably one of the most important things I did. I know it can be so hard to hear something difficult from somebody that you have invested so much of yourself, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, to hear that you've hurt them. But it's an important moment, and we want to honor it. I know you can do it.